China just put the world's first sodium-ion battery in a production car. A mysterious startup's solid-state battery holds 97% charge after 10 days. A BYD catches fire and the battery survives completely intact. CATL posts $10 billion in profit. BYD launches an EV that charges in 10 minutes. And China approves the world's first commercial brain implant. This is China Tech Insider for March 13. China has just delivered the world's first mass-produced electric vehicle powered by sodium-ion batteries. The Chang'an Nevo A06, developed jointly with battery giant CATL, represents a major shift away from lithium dependence. The car uses CATL's Naxtra battery pack, delivering 248 miles of range from a 45 kilowatt-hour battery. The energy density hits 175 watt-hours per kilogram, which is competitive with entry-level lithium packs. But here's why this matters: sodium is abundant, cheap, and doesn't require the controversial mining practices associated with lithium and cobalt. Sodium-ion batteries also charge faster and perform better in cold weather. This isn't a concept car or a limited pilot. It's a production vehicle you can buy today in China. The era of lithium alternatives has officially begun. The mysterious Finnish-Chinese startup Donut Lab has released its third independent test from VTT, Finland's technical research center. This time they tested self-discharge, leaving a charged battery sitting for 10 days. The result: 97.7% of the charge remained. The battery dropped just 12 millivolts over 10 days after the initial settling period. For context, conventional lithium batteries can lose 2 to 3% per month even sitting idle. Donut Lab's cells appear to have near-zero self-discharge. The company has now independently verified capacity, high-temperature performance, and self-discharge. What they haven't tested yet: the two most extraordinary claims about charging speed and cycle life. Those remain unverified. But 3 tests in, the battery is performing exactly as advertised. A silver BYD Seal caught fire on Hong Kong's Tuen Mun Road last week. The driver escaped safely before the cabin was engulfed. Here's the interesting part: the investigation found the fire was caused by an external power bank on the passenger seat, not the vehicle itself. More importantly, when they inspected the car afterward, the blade battery pack was completely intact. The cabin reached temperatures hot enough to melt interior plastics and shatter glass. But the battery cells never entered thermal runaway. BYD's lithium iron phosphate chemistry has a thermal threshold above 500 degrees Celsius, compared to around 200 for traditional nickel-based batteries. This wasn't a best-case scenario. This was a real fire, externally ignited, and the battery system performed exactly as designed. It's the kind of real-world validation that's hard to replicate in a lab. CATL, the world's largest battery manufacturer, just reported its strongest financial year ever. Net profit hit 72 billion yuan, that's $10.46 billion, up 42% from the previous year. Revenue reached 423 billion yuan or $61 billion. But the profit growth outpacing revenue growth is the real story. CATL is getting more efficient as it scales. The company shipped 661 gigawatt-hours of batteries in 2025. For perspective, that's enough to power roughly 10 million electric vehicles. The company is also accelerating its overseas expansion and staying deliberately quiet about its solid-state battery progress. When the world's biggest battery maker goes quiet on a technology, it usually means they're further along than they're letting on. BYD has launched its refreshed Sealion 06 with some significant upgrades. The headline: up to 710 kilometers of range on China's test cycle, and flash charging that can fill the battery in around 10 minutes. Prices start at 159,900 yuan, that's about $23,000. The car features BYD's second-generation blade battery, which improves on the already impressive safety and energy density of the original. New features include a knock-to-open front trunk and optional roof-mounted LiDAR for advanced autonomous driving. The dimensions put it in the mid-size SUV category at 4.8 meters long. BYD is demonstrating that Chinese EVs aren't just cheap alternatives. They're technological leaders in range, charging speed, and safety, at prices Western automakers struggle to match. Neuracle Medical Technology has received China's first-ever approval for a commercial implantable brain-computer interface. This isn't a research exemption or clinical trial clearance. This is approval to sell and use the device on patients as a commercial product, a world first according to China's Medical Products Administration. The device is designed to restore hand motor function in patients with spinal cord injuries. The company was founded in 2011 by a Tsinghua University biomedical engineering PhD. The approval sent shares of related companies surging, with one firm jumping more than 10%. Meanwhile, another BCI startup called StairMed just raised $72 million led by Alibaba, bringing its total funding past 1 billion yuan in the past year alone. China's BCI sector is now positioned as a direct competitor to Elon Musk's Neuralink, with regulatory momentum that the US company hasn't achieved. That's China Tech Insider for March 13. Sodium batteries in production cars. Solid-state cells holding charge for days. Brain implants getting commercial approval. The pace of innovation coming out of China continues to accelerate. If you want to stay ahead of these developments, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm your host, and I'll see you tomorrow.